Do we have a pop idol in our 10 this week? Is the person that's going to walk away in February as possibly the most famous person in Britain with us as I speak? Is it William?
After 7 intense rounds of singing and dancing, the final 50 wannabes had a date at Teddington Studios. This was Will's week, and this is who he was up against. And then the very first contact with his fans.
This is just to say, wow, William is gorgeous.
Some blind woman.
It's not from a blind woman. It's from E. Mulkin.
But what it's all about is the singing, and Will certainly stoked a few fires.
Time to hesitate is through. There's no time to wallow in the mire. Try now, you can only lose, and your love becomes a funeral.
Oh, Will Young, you had an effect on everyone from an early stage.
I think Will's got the best voice ever. I was watching the show yesterday, and Will, you you made the hairs on my arm stand on end. I'll definitely be voting for you. That's Laura Marshall.
Oh, I love it when my family tend to be other people.
Yes, an effect on everyone, especially me.
A nation, and for everyone in this room, when I do this. I'm sorry, Will. I hadn't warned you I was going to do that, but I just felt the urge.
And this guy liked you too.
This week I found William Young interesting. His name number is an 8, and they are assertive, they're enthusiastic. I think that's going to really show through for him. And I think he's aggressive in a good way. He wants it, and he's hungry. His contestant vibration number was 4, and there's also something really kind about him, really helpful, and I think that's gonna shine through too.
And these guys were always behind you, Will.
At last, somebody has come in with a song that surprised us all, surely.
Yeah, big old song.
Thanks,
Do you know
goodness,
what?
no ballads.
I'm really afraid to say I think he's amazing because of what happened with Andrew last week. I think the same could happen to this guy. For me, it's like, wow, here's a star.
And he's got a really individual voice.
Amazing.
He's got a great sound.
Goes to school with Andrew.
I know. Goes to the
But
same
you know what he
place.
said? Now, I said, so what did the judges say about you in the qualifying round? He said, they didn't like the way I was dressed.
All his moves, they knocked his moves.
Oh, come on, he's a phenomenal singer.
Always wise, he started campaigning from the start.
I think I should go through because I've made this little blue tack thing with fishing hooks in, and when I come in, I'm going to throw it at Simon's face and just pull it out, put his face into a smile. Come on, God, get on the line. Everyone else is.
Will, you did so much that week. How can you possibly remember it all?
I don't really have any secrets, so if you can read my writing, you're very welcome to read it, but it's very dull, I'm sure.
And before he goes in front of the judges, any last pointers for Will, David and Carrie?
William, I love the ending look you did. Do you remember what you did when you did this little look away and then look back? Were you meant to do that? Did you? It just happened?
Come on, baby.
You just do it different every time. Stop it.
Hold on. You went, come on, baby, like my... Fine.
Yeah, I remember.
That was nice. Very nice.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
And we all know what happened next. But Will, explain please.
For a man of his stature to sit there and just play the cheapest card in the book, which is just to insult people, it really infuriated me. It really did. It was nice that Nikki said, oh, you can't take that, because I was going to. And then my dad would have been sitting there going, not taking that, my boy. Annabelle, get the shotgun.
It was always a winning performance for us, but Will still needed to know from you at home.
Finally, in first place this week, with a massive 41.5% of the vote and joining our other 7 pop idols, it's William!
I watched tonight when Corbyn was called up into second place. I knew that you'd gone through. I had it fed to me in my ear. And I was watching you and you were like this. And I know that you were thinking, it's not me. You really didn't believe that you would go through, did you?
That's what they thought. He writes a diary, he's a spod.
Spod? Oh, come on. You're a pop idol. Let's just see why you wanted to be one all those months ago.
I want to be a pop idol because it's something that, like most people here, I'm sure I've dreamt about
ever since I can remember, really. So singing and performing and dancing is the thing that makes me happiest, and it's a great opportunity, so I've just got to give it 100% and hopefully I'll do that. Cheers.
Well, there's going to be more from me and from Mr. Young here in a few moments when we'll be talking about the final 10 and, of course, the 4 evil judges. See you in a moment. Welcome back to Pop Idol Extra, a show devoted entirely to our pop idol, Mr. William Young.
So, I love the people that clap.
I know!
And I only paid them a £5 each.
I know, the sycophants. Now, we were talking about the final 10, and you went through on the same week as Corbin.
Yeah.
So did you, because there were 3 weeks then between you getting through to the final 10 and actually performing as part of the final 10.
Yeah.
So did you two keep in touch during that time?
Yeah, we did. And actually I got to know the other guys coming in because we had to do just a few things, and we were doing it ourselves, like organising just, I don't know, I can't remember what it was, you know, songs and things like that. And they were really fair, and they were like, right, we're not pushing you, you all get together and organise these things. You know, which was really good. So actually,
like your songs and things like that.
Yeah, songs and like boring stuff. I think, like, you know, we all had to sign management contracts to get into the last 10, so we all got together and went through them together rather than, you know. I spoke to Hayley, I remember, because my job was to ring Hayley and Corbin, and maybe Jess as well. So yeah, we did speak a couple of times, but it was very surreal those 3 weeks because it was everything happened. You see, it was like I came up, I had my audition to get into the last 100 on the Friday, and then moved up to London to start college on the Saturday and Sunday.
So where were you living before that? Back with your mum and dad?
Back home, yeah. For the summer, and then college started on the Monday, which is a whole new, very scary thing, and then I had the final 50 during college, and then we had 3 weeks, and as soon as college finished, on the Monday was the final 10 again. So it hasn't stopped at all.
Wow.
And then, you know, we had a couple of days off for Christmas.
And wasn't it weird going back to college for that 3 week period, knowing that you were part of a massive TV show?
It was strange, actually. And there were, it was very strange. But it was nice.
And how were you supporting yourself then? Because you'd moved up to London. You were sharing, was it a flat or a house?
Sharing a flat with a school friend. Very difficult, really. I had my student loans, which took it up to about £9 grand, I think, which is what they do. I mean, everyone knows that, you know. And I was going, do you want the max? Yes, please.
Yes, I'll take a lot.
Yeah, and I was working during university, and then I tried to save up a bit of money during the summer. It just didn't really work, but it got the overdraft down a bit. I actually got a loan off my grandmother. She came to see me in a show, and she said she gave me a loan for the year. So I budgeted everything, and I'm not very good at budgeting. But she, bless her, she said she'd help me out for a year.
And have you been able to pay your grandmother back now?
I'm gonna pay her back, and I'm gonna pay off my student loan. And they're gonna say, we have a what do you call it when they do it in stages? I can't remember what it's called. Would you like to do it in stages? And I'll ring up and go, no, thank you. I'm gonna pay it all off. So that's a great. There's lots of things that I'm very happy about. You know, the money is not why I entered, but it's very nice to have.
Well, you know, Will, you're starting your professional life with no debts, with money in the bank.
Yeah.
I mean, the kind of security that will free you up to go off and be creative without the stress and strains of, you know, financial worry.
Exactly, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Has that element of it hit you yet?
Yeah, you know what, it did actually today, because I was talking about it today to someone. And I'm really pleased. And there's things that that I think with it come responsibilities, you know, and you can help people out, and you know, I'll be very happy. I'll be happy to pay off my student loan. I'll be happy to do some other stuff. So, and I might go on a bit of a, you know,
bit of a
shop, yeah.
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, throughout this series, the one thing that we all remember you for, certainly in those initial stages, was the way you handled the judges, to the point where you all fought back and kind of had your say whilst letting them have their say. So this, again, a little montage for you, Will, of all the things the judges had to say about you. Yes.